What's up, guys? Hope you all are having a wonderful day. The regular season MVP award is one of the most prestigious awards in the NBA. In my opinion, the second best award in the entire league, only second to the Finals MVP, and that's because if you're the Finals MVP, that probably means you just won the championship. Unless you are Jerry West, who lost in the 1969 NBA Finals, but still took home the trophy anyway because he was so spectacular. Every year, one lucky winner walks away with the Maurice Podoloff Trophy. Bet you guys didn't know that's the name of this trophy, did you? Some of the most iconic players that stepped on the hardwood has at least one of the MVP trophies in their trophy case, if not more. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Michael Jordan, LeBron James are multiple-time winners of this award and are regarded as some of the best players that's ever played the game. But just because you don't have one of these MVP trophies on your resume doesn't mean you weren't a great player either. In today's video, I'll discuss about some of the greatest players that's ever played the game, but for one reason or another, weren't quite able to bring home the MVP trophy. Dwayne Wade. Flash is one of the best shooting guards of all time. In fact, many people have him as the third best off guard, only behind MJ and Kobe. During his prime with the Heat, Wade was unstoppable, an assassin of the highest order. A guy that could do it all. His ability to get to the rim was truly amazing. Check out some of these beautiful drives and finishes. Man, these are some gorgeous moves. Offensively, he could go get you 30 or 40 points and create havoc on the defensive end. Not to mention, he is the greatest shot blocking guard ever. Some of these blocks came as a help defender on 7-footers going up for a throwdown. He will forever be remembered for his brilliant 2006 Finals performance. Wade was spectacular in the Finals, carrying an old Heat team to the finish line. After trailing 0-2 against the Mavericks, Wade took his game to another level and outdueled Dirk Nowitzki to bring home Miami's first ever championship. If you remember, Shaq wasn't good in the Finals, but Wade was spectacular. He literally put the team on his back and single-handedly won them the series. And because of that, his performance in the 2006 Finals ranks very high on the list of all-time Finals performances. For the better part of the 2000s, Wade was always in a discussion for the best player along with Kobe and LeBron. Wade was also a vital part of the Heatles team that was so captivating and was the center of the basketball universe for a 4-year stretch. Throughout his legendary 16-year career, he won 3 championships and had countless great memories, as well as being a 13-time All-Star. Without a doubt, Wade will go down as the first ballot Hall of Famer. He is truly one of a kind. Kawhi Leonard. After being drafted 15 overall by the Spurs in the 2011 NBA Draft, Kawhi Leonard was just supposed to be a defender and occasionally get you a bucket here or there, similar to Bruce Bowen. No one saw this coming, not even the Spurs, but Leonard would turn out to be one of the best players of all time. The Claw is a quiet player that doesn't engage in much talking, but boy, his game sure does a lot of talking. His claws are like vice grips, snatching balls out of opponents' hands. You better not be loosey-goosey with the ball when Kawhi is in the vicinity. Arguably the best player in today's game. Why do I feel this way? Simply because Kawhi can do it all. He can elevate his team in the playoff. Now granted, I know they underperformed in the bubble, but aside from that, you have to admit Kawhi has been sensational in the playoff with the Spurs and Raptors. He's the main reason why San Antonio and Toronto won those chips. He can make life miserable for opposing players and come back in the offensive end and take over. His mid-range game is Jordan-esque. He's pretty much automatic in this area. His list of accolades are long, but one thing that is missing is an MVP trophy. Certainly Kawhi is good enough to capture one, but low management tends to get the best of him, so I highly doubt he'll play enough games to be considered a real threat in his career. Chris Paul, the best leader in today's game. Every team he touches turns into goal. The best pair point guard of the modern era, Chris Paul's court vision, awareness, and overall ability to facilitate an offense as a passer or shooter has turned just about every team he's been on into a contender. He has a unique way of making every player feel engaged in the offense. That is the true definition of a pure point guard. CP can run the offense, set everyone up, and get his own bucket. If you don't believe his greatness, just look at Phoenix. The Suns were a terrible team and haven't slipped the playoffs since 2010, even with Devin Booker. But once Chris got there, man did they take off. This past season, Phoenix finished with the second best record in the NBA and made it all the way to the finals. Not too many players can single-handedly have that much impact on one team like Paul did. In Houston with James Harden, they were a dynamic 1-2 punch. the only team that had a real shot at dethroning a full-strength Warriors team during the dynasty. Had Chris Paul not pulled his hamstring in 2018 toward the end of Game 5, there was a real chance that the Rockets could upset the Warriors and go on to become NBA champions. Jason Kidd. Before Russell Westbrook's historic triple-double run, Jason Kidd was a triple-double king of the modern era with 107 of them. When Kidd first burst into the scene in Dallas, he was athletic and can push the pace, but also savvy enough to slow it down and set the tables for his teammates. The evolution of his career trajectory from a guy who couldn't shoot to a crunch time spot-up shooter was incredible. Kidd was a smart and rugged defender. Scoring wasn't his best attribution, but he is a top 90 scorer of all time, and second in assists all time, only trailing John Stockton, who was way ahead of the pack, and top 10 in steals. His numbers aren't eye-popping, but his contributions to winning are. In New Jersey, he led the Nets to 2 straight finals appearances. It's pretty incredible because the second best player was Kenyon Martin. Kidd was the straw that stirred the drink and the maestro that kept the operation running smoothly. He was without a doubt the best point guard in the early 2000s. Unfortunately, they ran into 2 powerhouses in the Lakers and Spurs, so the Nets didn't stand a chance, but even then, it was a great accomplishment. Before Steph Curry came along, Kidd was the first point guard to lead his team to the finals. In Dallas, Kidd played a vital role with the Mavs and helped them win their first championship by upsetting Miami in 2011. Carmelo Anthony. Melo was a straight bucket getter. Today, Melo is the 6th man that's bounced around the league, barely eking out a roster spot. But during his prime in Denver and New York, Melo was one of the top players. On the offensive end, Carmelo didn't have any weakness and was a bully in the paint. His isolation at the elbow was money. Melo had a rare combination of quickness and strength. Quick enough to blow by you if you're up in his grill. Give him a little bit of space and he'll just hit the easy 15-footer. He was the primary option and best player for these 2 clubs. Melo's run in the 2009 playoff was incredible. Although his Nuggets lost to the Lakers, Melo went toe-to-toe with Kobe and showed the world how good he was. He definitely earned a lot of respect from the Black Mamba in this series. Chauncey Billups was the best thing that's ever happened to his career. A part of me always wondered what Melo's career would shape out to be if he had a solid point guard next to him his whole career. In New York, Melo was a lone bright spot, brought back the electricity in MSG, and had the city buzzing again. He led the NBA in scoring in 2013 and restored basketball glory in New York City, even if it was just momentarily. Melo was easily a top 10 player in his prime, but just didn't quite have enough success to garner the MVP. Dwight Howard, the most dominant center since Shaq. Before injuries derailed his career, Dwight was a monster in Orlando. He was the anchor of a great Magic team and the centerpiece of the puzzle. For a stretch in the late 2000s, Dwight was neck and neck with LeBron as the best player. From 2008 to 2011, Dwight was a key piece to help Orlando consistently win over 50 games each year. He went toe-to-toe against LeBron and won. Took his team to the 2009 NBA Finals. Words can't do justice for Dwight's dominance. He was by far and away the best big in the game. In Orlando, Dwight's sidekick was Hedo Turkoglu. Not to hate on Turkoglu, but when you're robbing his Hedo, that just shows how amazing Dwight was. Alright guys, that's all for today. Let me know if I missed anyone. Please like and subscribe. Thank you, and as always, have a fantastic day.